Hello everyone, Adette here. I do apologize for the gap between review videos. Some stuff has happened, but either way, I'm back with the second part of my review of Johnny's West's seventh studio album, Rainbow. For this video, I will be focusing on the solo songs of each member and the short movie Rainbow Chaser, which is somewhat of a tie-up, or it's really like the focus of the limited edition A, I guess, because if you follow Johnny's West since Double Trouble had a short movie, and for this one they decided to have that same setup again. So it was interesting to see how they made use of something that worked with the previous album and incorporated the same style in this album. But first, before I move on to that movie, I'll focus on the solo songs first. So, for those who are new to Johnny's West, this is actually the first time that all members have a solo song in the album. It's the first time that all seven of them had the opportunity to sing songs either composed by themselves or something that was made for them, which made me really happy because the album or the solo songs in the album were able to showcase each member's strengths, and it gave a different vibe in general to the album because even if personally I think not all of the songs like are tied in with the Rainbow album musically. I guess in a sense it still ties into the theme of the album, which is like seven colors of the rainbow, seven members of Johnny's West. So in that sense it was quite a treat listening to all the solo songs for the album. So let's start, I guess, with my individual comments on the songs. So first up is Shigeo Kadaiki's song "Salaryman no Otosan," or "My Father is a Salaryman." So this was actually written by Shige himself. He did both the lyrics and the music for this song. It's a gift to his father, who, if I'm getting my information correctly, he's going to retire from his work soon. His father is a salaryman, and I mentioned in my previous like hype video for Rainbow that she is the type to write songs about topics or subject matters that are very dear or close to him, and Salaryman no Otosan is just another addition to that. If you understand a bit of the song, it's really him talking about his father from the perspective of being the child of that father, and it's very emotional. Like Shige, for this song, he penned it so well. The lyrics are so well written. It really makes you feel that he looks up to his father so dearly, and the anecdotes or like the small happenings that are integrated within the song, I wouldn't be surprised if these were instances of Shige with his father in the past. So I really appreciate the song as a whole. Like it's very very emotional. You really can feel like what Shige wanted to convey to his father through the song. And personally, I when I listened to the song, I kind of felt that Shige should play either the guitar or the harmonica, which are the heavy components of the song's music and arrangement. The harmonica might for me be a bit I'm not sure, because if she gets learning the harmonica, then that's good. But I feel like it's gonna strain his voice if he does both the harmonica and his vocals live. So, but the guitar, on the other hand, since she got a guitar for for his birthday, I think, from Non-chan and Kamichan. So it would be interesting to hear this song live while she is playing the guitar. So um, basically, really great song. I love the lyrics. I also like, it's just very heartfelt. Like, there's nothing more I can really say about this song rather than it's heartfelt, it's emotional, it's very genuine, it's very shige in that sense. So I'm really hoping to see more of these kind of emotional songs from Shige. I am just very pleased in general with this song. So next up is Akito. He wrote the song Kanasando. Now, one thing I failed to search when I made my hype video was, what does Kanasando mean exactly? So apparently, Kanasando is I love you in the Okinawan like language, and that explains why the arrangement was very Okinawan. It integrated a lot of Okinawan aspects, the sound of the beach, the sanshin, and I would like to think also the interludes with the chants. I don't know if you'll call them chants, but let's just call them chants for this video's purposes. But the lyrics were penned by Akito. It's a very cute love song, I guess. Again, I was spot on with how it would capture his voice quite well. It captures his vocal color quite nicely. So in that sense, I would love to listen to the song again. I'm interested to know how he would sing it live. I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to pick up the Sanshin again for this song, just like what he did for Norikoshi Love Story with Shige a few years back. So it would be nice to see him play the Sanshin while singing this song live. It's perfect for his voice, his vocal color. I'm really, really interested to hear and watch Akito sing this song in concert. So next one is Junta with Pinocchio. Now, as I record this, Junta says that, or rather, I'm not sure if he updated his JWeb already. Haven't checked yet, but seems like Junta will put an explanation for the song. For me, it was good. I wasn't bored listening to it, but I wasn't surprised. It wasn't surprising for me to learn that Junta would write something about romance. Like, his themes, I like, he just seems to enjoy performing and singing songs that are about a certain kind of romance. And Pinocchio is no exception, I guess. So one thing that intrigues me is how he will sing this or perform this in concert. Yeah, I can't envision quite yet how he would do that, but either way, it's good for his vocal color. I also like how the song, I if how this I also quite like how the song takes advantage of his vocal color. It features his vocal color quite well. So good job on that, Junta. I hope in the future you'll continue writing songs, but it personal this is just my personal preference. If Junta can write something that isn't related about romance or isn't related at all to love or like romantic kind of love, I think that would be excellent. It would up his talents as a songwriter or a lyricist. So looking forward, either way, looking forward to seeing how Rainbow would be performed in concert. So next up is Kamichan. Kamichan did the song Knockout. He wrote the lyrics and the music for this and had the rock band Knockout Monkey do the arrangement for it. It's very Kamichan. in the sense that it's rock. It's very like and the lyrics are very inspirational. I quite like it very much. What I like about Kamichan is that he doesn't repeat his lyrics. Like even if the structure of the song musically is kind of typical, none of I if I remember if I'm remembering it correctly, none of the lyrics repeat. Like even with Good Afternoon, which he wrote for the group and is featured in the regular edition, his songs tend to be long like that because it's not repetitive, which is good. It just means that he has a lot of ideas and is able to have all of them in one song. And I guess he's just very expressive in that way. So kudos to Kamichan for a good song with Knockout. I am interested to see him perform this live because Kamichan plays the guitar quite well. And having this performed with a rock band in concert would be amazing. It would showcase both his vocal skills and his guitar playing skills. I really hope he will be given the opportunity to play the guitar for this one because it's a banging rock song. Like there's no other good way to describe it. It's a song that I would keep on listening to, especially when I need some energy. So yes, I'm excited to see this in concert. So next up is Ryusei with Flower of Romance. This was written by his brother-in-law, who is part of the band Ali. So it was as I predicted in my hype video. There's a lot of brass going on. Among all the songs in all the solo songs in the album, Flower of Romance has, for me, my most favorite arrangement is with Yusei solo because it has a lot of brass. It's not afraid to go brass band, like full brass band arrangement, I guess. It's very jazzy in that regard. I also like how the song makes good use of the Yusei's range as a singer. There's a long rap part in that. I guess I should have expected that because it's Ryusei and Ryusei is one of the rappers of Johnny's West. But the good parts, I think for me, are the ones where he's actually singing. Ryusei is really like the most improved vocalist of Johnny's West, especially if you compare his voice from years back. So I appreciate how the song Flower of Romance was able to further showcase how good he now is vocally, and I just hope that he will continue improving his vocal talents. And for the performance of this song, I would love to have the full brass band, please, because I cannot envision this not having the brass band in the background because it's so heavy on the brass and it's just jazzy basically. I'd love to see the brass band in the background with you say like dancing and singing. It would be so awesome. I hope they consider that for the concert because I can't imagine having the song just playing like as the recording is. So I hope they get budget for that full brass band. I would love to see that. So next one is Hamada Yasashi Hito. This was composed by Blue Vintage. It has a very acoustic feel, as I also thought of in the hype video. But one thing that kind of intrigued me was the verse parts. I'm not sure how to think about it because Hamachan's voice is good, but at the same time, because I think of the melody of the verses, in some ways it felt like a song rap. Well, not song rap because you can clearly hear him like singing, but because the pitches or the notes in the melody don't fluctuate as much as especially as compared to the chorus, I I feel like on the contrary that would be harder to sing. I can't. It seems like if I tried to um figure out the notes of Hamachan's voice on the piano, I wouldn't be able to easily determine it because again there's not, there's a change, there's a subtle change in how he's singing, but at the same time the change is so subtle, like it can't be determined easily through notation. But otherwise I like how it fits Hamachan's personality. I would love for him to sing this with the guitar. Although I think with how simple the song is, it would also be good if he just like sings it and concentrates on singing it. Hamachan's good at solo songs, at least based from his junior days. So this wouldn't be any exception. I would love to see how this would be arranged for a concert. I hope they do something a bit different to it, but I wouldn't complain also if they retain like the bulk of the original recording and just mix it up a bit. Yeah, that's because I think in the end what will shine will be Hamachan's vocals. So either way, I'm looking forward to that. So last one would be Busy, which was sung by Kodaki. Unfortunately for me, the song wasn't bad, but since it's the ender to the solo songs, it felt a bit lackluster. Um, which is a pity because Non-chan is a good singer. I just think that the arrangement wasn't as exciting as I wanted it to be, considering that it's an electronic song. The lyrics are alright. Not complaining about the lyrics. It's not my cup of tea though. But again, I'm not really complaining. But I really just wish that the music would have been a little more hard hitting, um, especially since it's the album ender in a sense. So yeah, but still I am looking forward to see how this can be embellished come concert time because it provides a good opportunity for Nonchan to showcase his dancing. I hope they enhance the song or make it at least good for the performance. So yeah, either it's not a bad song per se, but as an album ender, I wish it would have had a little more back to it. So there. So that's it for the solo song. So I'll move on to the Rainbow Chaser movie. So one notable thing about the Rainbow Chaser movie is that it's 4 times as long as the Double Trouble short movie. So you have 41 or so minutes of the short movie, and then the making of is around like almost 40 minutes, also like more than 35 minutes if I'm not mistaken. So in that sense, you already have loads of content. So for those who are curious about the movie, it's basically the members of Johnny's West playing detectives who are part of a detective agency. So there's Shige, who's like the president of the, or not, I guess the big boss of the agency, and then there's Akito, who is like the gallant, not gallant, I guess. Because in Filipino it says galante, but I guess he's the very generous member of the group to a fault, and also the biggest spender. He spends on like unnecessary things because he finds them nice or something like that. And then you have Junta, who's the hacker of the group, and also the one who's quite socially inept. I was surprised that they gave him a socially inept character, and not socially inept in like he doesn't really like people. And then Kamichan. Kamichan for me was the most interesting character because he has a cool image, but inside he's very girly, or like I don't want to try to make it gendered, but that's how they described it. Um, he likes kebabs. He has very feminine tastes in like food and sweets. And he gets all excited when he sees a kebab truck. Yeah. But yeah, even his it was interesting because in the making of Judah said that the setup of Kamichan's desk, which is essentially a there's a lot of fur. So like Junta said something like, "Oh, it's like Kamichan from years back because there's a lot of fur on his items on his desks." So it was quite interesting to hear that from Junta. Anyway, moving on, and then there's Ryusei, who is the photographer of the group. He loves going to cabaret clubs, and he always takes pictures with a film camera. That's his like, peculiarity. And then there's Hama-chan, who runs a game center. And then there's Non-chan, who's like the actual policeman, which intrigued me. It's like, oh, you're a policeman, but you're in a detective agency. What's up with that? Anyway, so the main story of the movie is that someone comes to their agency and requests them to show him a rainbow or to make a rainbow, and then he's gonna pay like a good sum of money. I think it's I forget if it's 1 million yen or 10 million yen. It's heck a lot of money for them to create the rainbow or to make let him see a rainbow. And then the story, I think in terms of the storyline, it's quite simple, really. I don't want to spoil too much, but essentially it's like the detectives in the agency making up all like sorts of ridiculous stuff to let the customer see a rainbow. It's quite ridiculous in that aspect, but also as you watch it, it's kind of heartwarming to see like them exerting their efforts to make the customer see a rainbow. So in that sense, I guess that's also quite nice. So what interested me in the making of actually was knowing that some of the locations were in Ikebukuro. It made me miss um just going to Japan, and I was telling my sister that once everything is better and we get to travel again, I might just go to those places and just to say that, oh, West filmed this part of this MV, or rather part of the short movie in this place or in this place. So I haven't yet completed like my research on the locations for the making of. But what I'm quite sure of is that one of the locations, the game center, is actually in Ikebukuro, and one of the places where Akito shot at is in Minato Ward in Tokyo as well. So yeah, it's quite location hunting is quite interesting. It's I guess it was easier for them to film because there aren't as much people around. But either way, yeah, I might go to the locations whenever or rather when circumstances will permit me to. So that's it for the short movie and the solo song. So I think one last thing before I end the video is that I think Rainbow is a good album. It's a worthy purchase, especially for Johnny's West fans. Even for those who aren't fans, if you want to listen to West with and find out how diverse they can be, especially in terms of the songs that they are able to sing. This is a good album for you, even just the regular edition, because I wouldn't be surprised if all the other editions are sold out. Even just the regular edition would already give you like a glimpse of what West is capable of as an idol group and a singing group. So with that, this is ends my review for Rainbow. I'll probably have like one or two more Rainbow related videos in the future if they choose to do online concerts, especially. I'll definitely review that. But until then, please stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.